Well, what do you know? That countdown means we're on. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Holographic Sessions. It's your boy, I'm damn near the host of this thing now. It's your boy Frankie, aka DJ Bulgogi Jones, aka Kevin Essence, aka Wildin' Coyote. And if you're new to the show, you're late. But also, this is the Holographic Sessions. This was created by the GOAT, the Holographic Children. So everybody give him his flowers. Man, appreciate you, y'all. But he really created this platform to give artists in our scene not only a place to talk about projects and their music and their art, but really just to talk about themselves, because we really want to get to know people as, you know, as an energy, as a person. Yeah, just pull back the curtain for themselves. But we also, at the end of it too, give them the chance to perform their songs, which is really dope. So make sure you guys stick around for the full show, because of course we're going to get into interviews, we're going to talk about the project, but then we're also going to hear it so you can hear the proof in the pudding for sure. So this month, we got a full crew here. We got the Holographic Children on the boards. Thanks for being here. We got Wolfie moderating the chat. We appreciate you, Wolfie. Straight back from Olive Garden. Just got off work, and he's working again. We also got Zanny making sure that the audio was great. He was here setting up, so we appreciate you, Zanny. Big Zan. We got Cousin Jay. That's my twin. We don't look alike, but that's my twin. Thank you, Jay. But of course, I'd be remiss if we did not introduce our guests today. First and foremost, we got returning, because last month, AJGod came and was part of Toriyama's holographic session.
Yes, sir. It was flames.
Yeah, man, it was a good
I had fun.
It was amazing. He produced damn near every joint that was performed that night.
Yeah.
He also performed and spit a verse that made me almost quit rapping.
Oh,
so, my God, bro. That literally almost ended my career last month. So thank you for coming back, brother. And he's like, again, he's the man behind the whole Kurse Krew sound. So excited to chop up some really nerdy production stuff. Best believe I'm gonna get really nerdy with him.
Okay.
He produces really dope sounds, and I really want to make sure I drill into that. But we also have the super talented, super powerful, and when she was sound checking earlier, we all just had like a spiritual experience. It was wonderful. We got Honey Gold Jasmine in the building as well. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
For real, that jazz. If you know, you know. That song goes crazy too. Yes. I'm a fan. I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I'm late. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm late.
No, you early.
I'm asleep. Okay.
You woke.
It's all in divine time. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Everything that happens on time. Everything happens on time. But yeah, so we're excited to get into it, man. We want to learn more about y'all. We want to learn about the music that's coming out. And then we also want to hear the music. So we're really excited to hear that. But of course, they're also here to promote their single that just came out, I believe last month, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Dropped on 4/20.
Oh, right on time. Again, everything happens on time.
Yes.
Yeah, man, I love that. So if you already heard the song, you already know. But if not, it's definitely going to get you prepared for the summer. And we need more like couple smoking joints, man. We have a lot of smoking joints, but never on like a couple vibe. Because there's a lot of y'all out there. I know y'all smoke together.
Right.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
Let them provide the vibes, man. But so the way that I want to do this today is, since last month we had AJGod come in, he was able to talk about himself a little bit, but of course we focused on Toriyama that night. I want to make sure we start out and give him the chance to kind of complete the story, fill in the blanks that we kind of left open for him. Okay. And then we're going to shift over to Jasmine. We want to see you coming up, influences, things like that. And then we're going to see how y'all paths crossed, how you guys got to know each other, ended up working together spiritually and musically and artistically.
Right.
We're also going to play a little game this time, too. So it's very rare that we have like a couple of... We should have done it for Jay and 8-Bit. That would have been fire if we had y'all do the Newlyweds game. That would have been cool. But if y'all ever watched TV in like the 80s and 90s talk shows, Newlyweds games... We're going to do a little bit of that. We won't get a little too... I mean, we'll touch on it a bit. We won't get too deep. I don't want to cause any problems in there.
Oh, no. We ready.
Okay.
We ready.
Oh, so we might...
Find out that y'all really don't know each other like y'all think.
I know, for real. I don't want to do that.
Uh-oh.
We ain't trying to do that. But if they're with the shits, maybe we'll let the chat ask some questions. That might be fun, too. We'll see what's up. So, chat, if you have any questions, throw it in there. If it's appropriate, we'll let it through. If it's on some fuck shit, you're getting banned. So... But let's,
fast.
Right? You feel me? So let's get right into it. Anything else you want me to plug? Anything? We good? Oh, if you have not subscribed yet, definitely subscribe to the channel. We got game streams. We got music streams. We got. So we're actually gonna do a Wave Game collective album this summer, and we're gonna stream damn near the whole process. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, definitely subscribe. I would love for y'all to be a part of it too, man.
We in there like swimwear.
Oh, perfect. Because we need some production and some verses from AJGod. We definitely need you on some tracks too.
Oh,
singing
yeah.
and
Tap
rapping.
in. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she got them bars too.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I'm definitely gonna touch on that because not only does she sing better than everybody in this room, she also probably rap better than a lot of us too. Which, my God, I love it, man. So let's jump right into it. First, again, I want to start out with AJGod because we
What's
had
up
you
with
on
it?
last month, bro, and you was able to talk a little bit about your upbringing, how you met Toriyama,
Yeah.
the youth program y'all was in, because similar upbringing.
Yeah.
So just want to talk about that again. I know you was part of that youth group. Is that where you first kind of started producing and getting into music, or were you already kind of messing around before that?
I want to give all respect to my great uncle Henry Delton Williams.
Shout out.
Oakland legend in itself. You know, he actually has. They did in West Oakland on 7th Street some like Hollywood stars type.
Yeah.
He has one on 7th Street.
Oh,
So they
wow.
gave something like Aretha Franklin and a couple of other artists that came through. Because West Oakland is very famous for its music scene, as well as a bunch of other things. You know, Black Panthers started in West Oakland as well.
That's a fact.
A lot of folks don't even know Paul Mooney is from West Oakland.
Oh man, R.I.P. to the legend.
You know what I'm
too,
saying?
man.
I ain't trying to
R.I.P.
heat it
the
because
legend.
folks don't really talk about that. Paul Mooney was from West Oakland, and
For real.
and so I remember I was talking about Paul Mooney one time, and my uncle was like, "Oh yeah, I know." He had said something like, "He still owe me $5 or something like that," and I was like, "Damn, that's crazy, Unc. You know
I
Paul
love that.
Mooney." So basically, he was the one that got me into music.
Right.
He's a piano player in church, and so I remember him sitting me down at a young age on his lap, like showing me the scales and different stuff. And so I didn't become a piano player, but it got me into production, which, you know, I love rapping. I've been freestyling since I
You
was
had
a
me
little
fooled
kid.
though. All the chords that I hear on the joints, and you had me fooled that you're not a piano player.
I appreciate that, man. You know, I know my lane. You know what I'm saying? So the music theory is up there, but I know, like, I'm not the rawest with, like, being able to play with other bands and stuff, and I would love to get to that level. But Uncle Henry, man, he's actually my great uncle.
Okay.
So damn near like my grandpa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Super
saying?
duper OG. Yeah,
Super
yeah.
duper OG, but I give him all the love and respect because he planted the seed.
Yeah.
And then from there, you know, I told you all about Bump Records and YMR. And meeting brother Sasway, who basically brought Kurse Krew together, Spirit of Nation, who's also on that project with Toriyama. So yeah, it's been different places, but Uncle Henry was a start.
That's super dope to hear that, because when it runs in the family like that, that's the influences that really kind of put you in the right path.
Man, for real, it really did, and you know, and I think it's interesting too because. I just feel blessed, you know, because music really gave me my identity.
Facts.
Growing up in the town,
Yes.
I feel like it's real easy to get sucked into some
100%.
foolery. You know, I got a brother, been in and out of jail all my life, and just I had that vision too of like, I'm not really trying to run the streets necessarily. I just want to have fun and shit, but I love music though. And so, you know, parents had their things to say or whatever. It's not really a job, but I'm like, shit, it's keeping me out of trouble, you know what I'm saying? Giving me something to focus on. And so, you know, I grew up in East Oakland where shit got crazy. So I definitely,
Easily,
I definitely give thanks to the music for just giving me something to stay passionate about. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, folks know me from high school for always rapping at lunch. Like, I had all the homies freestyling. We'd be in the bathroom, beating on the walls, freestyling. The security guard come in there like, hey, y'all need to go to class, but spit that 16 again. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it really was. So
Hell yeah. I love that, man. I mean, if you think about it, there's so many factors had to go right? You needed to have your great uncle. You know what I'm saying? You needed to have the youth programs. You need to have friends that supported that.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So yeah, without music, a lot of it. Same here, man. A lot of music. If it wasn't for music, things could have gone left, man.
Yep.
Touch on something real when your parents saying like, "Yo, rapping's not a job." Music's
Right.
Not a job. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel.
Yo.
A lot of them have
Here, right here.
conversation,
I think
dog.
everybody in this room had that conversation.
yeah, but look where we at now. It's like
Exactly.
content creators are balling,
Yeah, facts.
are doing their thing, and with no, and this is without the industry. So I don't hate my parents for just they come from a work. Get it by working, you know what I'm saying? 9 to 5 every day. Get up, go to work, get back. Never really do anything fun. Work. So
Right.
it's like I don't hate them for just understanding like security is something to be valued. But there's more than one way to get it.
Right.
You can get a bag in different ways,
For
and
sure.
entrepreneurship is really life skills.
Yeah. That's a
On
fact.
steroids. Like
That's
if
a
you know
fact.
how to run a business,
Yeah.
you damn near got your life together.
That's a
you
fact.
know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
a fact.
And I didn't really get a lot of that from my parents, but my uncle,
Yeah.
I mean, he gave me my first paid gig. Like we would go to church, right? He would play piano. He taught me how to play drums from him telling me how to make beat, like play this beat with his, and he'll start beatboxing it, and I'll play it, right? And then they would pay me like, you know, like $70, $80 a Sunday, you know, but I'm like 14, 15, like
That's good money
that's
for that.
cool,
at that
little,
age.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
Money your parents didn't give you back then is good.
come on.
Yes.
Nothing illegal for?
Especially something you would do for free.
Exactly.
You already would do it for free.
And I was able to buy my first Mac Mini off of that. You know what I'm saying? Where and my pops helped me. Like he went half with me on that. Actually, I put down 400. He put down the other 4. And I was able to get Reason, and it was just over from there. But Unc really kind of gave me them seeds. Actually, to keep it all the way 100. Not only that, he had a studio
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
that we would be in
So now you got like an organized space for you to be at too.
Yeah.
right on Seminary and Foothill, right above all the bullshit.
Right,
like
yeah.
like, we're
adjacent-
real high,
Like
real high.
adjacent to the like.
Like
right
literally,
there.
we would see
Yeah.
shootouts and car crashes. Like
Yeah.
shit would crash into the building below us. It was very wild, but we was able to like hone in and hone that Kurse Krew sound.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just hella fun. We'd be up all night,
Word.
like just being able to be us.
Exactly.
So identity. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm an MC. I love writing. I love being creative.
Right.
I'm not worried about nothing else.
That's and just think about the symbolism of that too. Like all the craziness happening right there. You guys right there seeing
there.
it
Yep.
and able to kind of express yourself and kind of put that out, like put it into art too. So I love that, man. That's really dope to hear, bro. Because again, I think that's what's missing, especially in the communities that we grew up in. The structure and just like the avenue for people to really express themselves and have that outlet. Because when you grow up in the type of situations people grow up in,
Come
the
on,
way
bro.
you could lash out could be, you know, violent or on some
Yeah.
crazy shit, or you could, you know, put it into an artistic kind of energy. So, yeah, definitely a lot of factors have to go right, man. And that's,
Yeah.
Divine alignment, bruh. For
that's a
real.
fact, yeah.
Yeah.
Hell- No, hold on, we gotta give it up for that. That's crazy.
Yay!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Always dropping jewels, G.
Man, every time, man. So, like, in terms of getting started on production, what was like the first programs he was using? What was the first kind of instruments he was using, trying to coming up?
Okay. I remember that I wanted to make beats, and I was like, "Pops, could you help me out, right?" And he actually did he helped me get this other thing before I had my Mac Mini. It was like this. I don't even remember it was like a SP something. It wasn't an SP 606. I think it was SP 404.
Oh, so like a true sampler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Ooh, that's a
yeah,
sampler.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing,
yeah.
bruh. I really didn't.
No, it's
and
like another language.
Yeah,
dog. I was trying to
bruh.
figure that out too.
and I was trying to do my thing, and it was just, you know, but it gave me, I was willing to sit there and try to figure it out, and I made some little throwaways or whatever.
Yeah.
And my uncle, he had this 9-track recorder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I would make my little beat on the motif and with the drums on
Ooh,
that.
You said motif.
Come on, bruh.
Let's go, man.
Motif.
That was
Let's
the
go.
tops back in the day.
Yes, sir,
That was.
bro.
That was when you went to the Guitar Center just to fuck around on.
Oh, you be up there for hours. Like,
That's a
hey, you gotta
fact.
leave now. We actually,
That's a fact.
you disturbing the customers.
Come back here. We slid in there
Slid.
every weekend, bro.
For real. And so that was the foundation. My motif didn't have a credit memory card.
Yeah.
So I had to record each sound into the recorder for the length of the song. You know what I'm saying? Just sit there, you know what I'm saying?
You
And
kids don't know shit about that when it comes to production.
no, I didn't
man.
even really understand MIDI at that point. So
yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like that would have made it easier because I could have shortened it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just waiting the whole thing.
Yeah.
But I was that willing to do it. You know what I'm saying? And I had the space and time to do it. So yeah, bruh.
I mean,
that's where it started.
And that's what makes producing today so much easier because you're like, bro, I was trying to make this out of nothing before.
What?
And now I got the tools for it.
What?
This is a
You got
layup.
arpeggiators,
Yeah, come
samplers,
on. Yeah.
plugins out the woo-wah. You
Yeah.
got all kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. And let me tell y'all, AJGod figured it out. Because if you listen to his production, he is making use of every single tool he got. Absolutely.
I appreciate that,
Some
man.
shit I heard on the Q-Tip interview, bro. Like he said he used to record his beats like with a tape player just like that, but you record it like off of another recorder.
You feel
Yes.
me? Bro.
Shout out to Q-Tip, man.
Yeah, shout out. No, yeah, we need to shout out Q-Tip too, and RIP 5 Dog too.
5 Dog and RPJ Dilla, the
that's
Uma.
right. Oh, that's
Q-Tip and Dilla was
That's
a great team, bro.
That's what I was gonna go to next in terms of your influences as a producer, because I hear a lot of Tip, I hear a lot of Dilla.
Ooh, I used to fall asleep to the Midnight Marauders
come on.
album.
That's
I'm not gonna
come
lie.
on.
I used to fall asleep to that, and it was a couple albums I used to fall asleep to. The Don Columinati.
Of course.
Seven Day Theory.
Well, Seven Day Theory,
yeah.
Machiavelli
That's
album.
Yeah, that's
I used
the
to fall
Posse-
asleep
that's
to
the
that.
first one that came out after Pac died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Midnight
the first one right
Marauders.
after, yeah.
Actually, a couple. The Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders.
Lower Theory is my favorite tribe album of all time.
And I also used to fall asleep to what's that one group called? It was a singer. Emile LaRue is a singer. Groove Theory.
Oh, Groove Theory.
Yeah. My mom had like hella R&B albums.
Yeah.
And
Same,
with
bro.
some hip hop ones thrown in there, because
Yeah.
really that was my dad. Like after he left, like it was like, okay, he had his little albums or whatever, but my mom had MJB, you know what I'm saying, Janet Jackson, and just all of
Janet
these different
forever.
albums, and I used to just play them and just vibe to them. But yeah, Tribe Called Quest had a huge effect on me, bro. Like I just remember the beats just being just hella, and I didn't even know who Dilla was at the time, and so when I actually found out about Dilla, I was like, oh, that makes sense why I loved it so much. But yeah, bro, Q-Tip was a huge inspiration for me.
Man.
Kanye was a huge
You ain't
inspiration
gotta
for
tell
me.
me twice, man. Kanye was my hero.
The first album,
Yep.
come on now.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Graduation.
College
Not
Dropout,
graduation.
College Dropout. College
Late
Dropout.
registration, second album. College Dropout,
College
first
Dropout,
album.
yeah.
Yes,
And
yes.
that's when
And
Kanye was with the MPC, really like
getting,
taking
bro,
into-
hella creative. 5 beats a day for 3 summers. You know
bro,
what I'm saying? And then Jay-Z, the Black Album, the DVD.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
The
remember
DVD,
that.
like, of course, the album was dope, but the DVD, because it was like the first time I saw
Timbaland was on there.
other
Like-
rappers be fans of a rapper.
Yeah, studio sessions and all that. Yeah.
When Common was talking about he was in the front of the crowd standing on the seat, I was like, damn, that's big respect. Like, you know what I'm saying? I also fuck with Common. B album was another one of my favorite albums.
Yeah.
Again, Kanye produced that. So
Kanye.
I love soulful beats.
Yeah.
Soulful beats have always been a part of my like lexicon. You know what I'm saying? Like that jazzy.
Yeah.
You know, I was in jazz band in high school. You know, I was alright, but I definitely soaked up like the song selections and you know, who's Charlie Parker and you know what I'm saying, who's Ella Fitzgerald, like these different singers. Like I would go research and be like, oh, they was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I love good music that's from the heart.
Yeah. And we can hear that. That translates to the records, bro. Like every time I hear it too, because again, I grew up a huge Ye fan, huge Tip fan. Dilla, especially the way Dilla like really slices up his samples and make it sound like his own.
Yeah.
That's the stuff I grew up on, just nerding out to. And when I hear your production, I hear it. The soul's in there, bro. For
I
real.
appreciate
I
that,
think
bro.
everybody could agree with that too.
Yes.
I can second that Tribe
Hell yeah.
influence, man. That's why I like soul beats.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And that group effort too, they sounded like they was having fun.
Yeah.
When you listen to their music, it's
Tip
in
to
it.
Jerobi, everybody.
Yes,
So, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like just understanding like Tip taught Fife how to rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just like there was a family structure there. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense now, bro.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, bro. He taught him how to rap, and then he went on his own. Like Fife was his own kind of heavyweight. You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
bro.
But it was just like that whole group dynamic I think attracted me, and so you know that's where Kurse Krew, you know, and Kurse Krew was like one of the maybe 3rd, 4th groups I was in.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I used to be in a group called New Generation with a singer. And very cliche, right? He's hella young, 14. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Romel and Chris, you know what I'm saying? And we actually did like hella spiritual rap and shit. So we was like performing in churches. Like it wasn't gospel rap, but we was being hella positive and shit. So it was like, it was hella cool, bro. Just getting hella performances out, you know? And so that, man, I just haven't stopped.
Yeah, and the essence remains. You know what I mean? Like even if you might be sounding different and the content might be a little different.
Yeah.
Since you was performing in churches and doing positivity, I think that still translates. Like the spirit of that still comes
Exactly.
through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Performing in general.
Facts.
Like, even if it's not your music,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
getting over the fact that you're in front of people,
Word.
and being able to put that out, and then you
Stage fright.
be able
Right.
to
Man, we talk about that.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's tap into that. Yeah.
Was stage fright ever a problem? Stage fright, I get nervous every time I'm about to get on stage.
And you supposed to.
On different variances, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's just like a little thing in the stomach. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit, like, you know, like,
That's just pre-performance
like,
jitters, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, if you don't feel a little bit of that, you're not doing what you love.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to feel that way.
Well, because for me, it's like I always have a thing with remembering my lyrics. I'm not gonna front. That's why.
Yeah,
that's
bro,
probably like
yo,
my
me
least
too, man. I smoke a little too much.
strongest.
Yeah,
before
me too.
before any of that though, Kurse Krew will tell you. Sheed and 21 will tell you. I'm notorious for just freestyling on the beat because I forgot my lyrics.
I'll change my own bars.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's no. Yes, Andy notorious for that too.
Can I ask one more question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever, since we're talking about messing up on stage, have you ever missed your cue? Like when it was time for
What?
you to rap?
Oh
like,
my
you
God,
thinking
bro.
about it the whole time as you like, okay,
Just
5,
vibing
4,
so hard.
3,
It's
2.
like,
Look,
Stop the beat over, bro. Stop the beat over. Just stop it over.
I've never done that, but I've flat out busted my ass on stage.
Oh, you fell?
And missed my cue. It was this crazy performance where we was at our high school. It was damn near like a homecoming performance or something. We was in front of everybody.
I know.
So check this out, right?
It just mean
Like
as
self-esteem shot
Oh
for like
my
the rest of
gosh.
the year.
Facts.
mean, bro. Let alone the high school kid.
High
on, man.
school.
Oh my God. So
Let you get it, bro.
oh, bruh. So we had the whole school out, and that we was performing, you know. So, but the thing
Where'd you go to
was
school? Where'd you go to high school, bro?
Skyline.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really the town.
Yeah. I mean, same high school that Souls of Mischief went to. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so we performing. They had the speakers on top of the bleachers. We on the field. So this is delay off top that's actually fucking with us to where we trying to like stay on beat, but it's like it's kind of hard.
It's like an amphitheater sound.
Yeah.
The sound is coming up.
So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
kind of
weird.
like distracted on that, but I'm like also trying to give a good show. So my ass like before my verse,
He was reaching.
man, I felt like a reject after this. I tried to climb up the rail and like try to climb through the rail to get into the crowd, and I hit my head on the pole, and I hit it so hard it had like a little ding, like it resonated. It was it was like a tuning fork. It was like a tuning fork, bro. And I just remember that whole section just laughing, and I was just like, I just kept going though, you know what I'm saying?
As you supposed to.
But the crew saw it and they came to me after. Was like, bro, did you hit your head,
Like,
bro?
are you good, bro?
Are you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good, bro. It was
He's like, I'm good.
it was probably like our worst performance, but it was like
You need them joints.
you need them,
need
bro.
to bomb.
You need to. Yep. And so yeah, my rep was good after that. Like it wasn't like. I mean, after that, you kind of just build up a callous kind of skin. So, like, I didn't really trip. Maybe they did say shit, but I wasn't really tripping. I was like, I did it. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to do it again, you know?
Yeah,
so,
for real.
man, we definitely performed at our school a few times. And
What grade was that? That
senior year, junior or senior year.
Yeah. So you were
Junior or
already-
senior year. It might have been junior, though, actually. It might have been junior, but... Yeah, bro. That was one of the moments.
Junior year, ain't nobody telling. As a junior, if I mess up on stage and then like a sophomore or freshman try to tell me something, I'm like, get the fuck out my
Right.
They tell me, I already done put the time in. Also write that time down because that's gonna be a clip. That story too funny. We have to make sure that clip gets around.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So meanwhile, Honey Gold Jasmine's also coming up.
Yes.
Are you also from Oakland?
No, I'm from Vallejo.
You're from Vallejo. Oh,
Yes.
707. Shout out
Yep,
Vallejo.
707.
A lot of Filipinos out there. Shout out to y'all, Tita, Tito.
Yep,
Shout
yep.
out to y'all. So how was it growing up in Vallejo? During the
Well-
whole Mac Dre and everybody from up there too? So
Yes.
Y'all got
Well,
some heavy hitters.
okay, so I'm also a military brat, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
My family's from the Bay because during the Great Migration, during like the 40s or whatever, we came settled up here. But my whole family's hella military.
Yeah.
So like growing up, I lived in a lot of different cities. So I lived in Union City for like first grade.
You go with all the Filipinos.
Basically, I mean, high key. I definitely grew up around a
You
lot
invited
of
to all the
Filipino people.
Filipino cookouts for sure.
Then elementary school, Richmond, and then I moved to Vallejo. But like my whole family is based in like Vallejo, Richmond, so it's kind of like between those two cities. So I went to Mare Island for elementary school, then I went to Franklin for middle school, and then my dad got married and we moved to Fairfield.
Oh, there you go.
And I hated it so much.
I mean, isn't
I hated it
Sage
so
the Gemini from
much.
Fairfield?
We went to high school together.
Oh, you
Actually,
did? Okay.
yeah.
Sage
He
the Gemini?
graduated.
Yeah, I
he
think
graduated
he is.
the year before me.
Okay, cool.
So, Rodriguez. It was definitely like the school that people considered to be like popping, like the one you wanted to go to or whatever.
Right.
But I hated it because like Vallejo is hella more down to earth and it's hella more like diverse. Like in fact, Vallejo is like I think top 5 most diverse cities in the whole
That's
country.
crazy.
In the whole country. So I was always hella used to just being around like black and brown people was the majority. You feel me? Like we was the ones like, and then it was probably like, you know, a couple like white kids or whatever, but they was with the shit too because it's like we
Shout out
all, you know what I
Slapmaster.
mean? Like we all,
The culture
we get
was
it.
set.
Shout out
The
Big Bro
culture was
Slapmaster.
set.
Yeah.
But when I moved to Fairfield, it was hella racist. In fact, we actually had multiple racist like events, like to the point where we had to have like school assemblies and conferences and people was like petitioning for kids to get suspended and it was like terrible. But like Vallejo, I definitely consider to be like my base of like where I got my culture, where I got my personality, my identity, right? Like and also like growing up, you know, like you said, during the Mac Dre area, that was like my middle school time. So like all the school dances was cracking.
That's the epicenter of it. Come on,
Definitely, most definitely. But unlike AJGod, I feel like in a way, like you don't show that you have stage fright. I feel like I didn't actually come out of my stage fright till I was like 22.
Really?
Till I was like 21, 22. And like I didn't want to dance at the parties. I didn't want to like, you know what I mean? Like I did do my high school's like talent show.
Right.
But even then I know I didn't have like stage presence or nothing. Like I got second place, but it was kind of like, it was just all like my voice or whatever. I know it wasn't like because I just like wowed the crowd or whatever.
I think that's super important though, because like people out there that might be afraid to perform and they think, oh man, some people just have it in them. You could be super duper talented and have to work through that.
Yeah,
so make sure y'all push
definitely.
through that, because like one of the dopest performers, artists we have in the Bay right now, just telling us she didn't get out of her shell till she was 22.
Yeah.
Y'all keep pushing.
You're your own biggest critic. Like,
That's a
everybody
fact.
critiques themselves the hardest.
Exactly. And that's really all it was like me hella being in my head, me being like, I should look like this, I should look like that.
Right.
And it wasn't until I was I mean, honestly, I feel like there has to be that brutal honesty, because there's some people that like go out there and they're like, I'm the shit. But like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's because you never actually reflect and think about like what you could do better. So like when I started performing, it actually was when I went to Solana Community College after I graduated high school. Went there basically,
me
because
too.
everybody
Me too. I was a
from
community
Rod,
college. Me too.
you know what I'm saying? Everybody from Vallejo, everybody from Rod, like I mean, you know what I'm saying? We was in that thing. So I went there for 2 years, and then I transferred into Mills College, which was actually right up the street from this guy. And so you know, basically literally like
everything's coming together.
literally
y'all.
getting closer and closer. And so it wasn't until I had this class at Mills where we had to get up every day and like sing in front of the whole class, and the class would actually give you feedback. But it was a really nice class. Like nobody ever said nothing out of pocket. You know, we set like agreements in the beginning and everything. So like that helped me get over it, because I start realizing like, what am I really tripping off, I guess, other than like my own thoughts. So
Very healthy, like making you do it every day.
yep.
And again, I think that's been the underlying theme in the last few kind of interviews we've done, was that like as an artist, you need to be around other supportive and creative people, put you in that kind of structure in order for you to feel like it's okay to express yourself. Being in the youth group that y'all was in, being in the class that you was in with other people, that's just like, man, we're all kind of bearing our soul right now. Yeah.
Facts.
We all need criticism too. She hit on
That's
that.
a
I'm sorry,
fact.
I didn't cut you
Oh.
off.
No, that's a
We
fact.
all need criticism too. That's why I say like,
Facts.
you hit on that, like people just go up there and think, oh, I'm good. This is, everyone tells them they're good. We all need to hear what we need to work on.
Yep.
So we can recognize it and correct it. So.
Exactly.
Humble your ass real quick.
And I was actually in a group. I was in it was me and my friend, she rapped.
Okay.
And we formed the group in freshman year, but we dissolved by sophomore year, because you know how like the high school best friend thing go, you know. It's like you have your friends, and then like kind of that sophomore junior year transition, I don't know what it is, but like all the groups kind of disperse, and then you find new friends. So that kind of happened to us, and also it kind of got weird because, like, my dad actually was a rapper as well, and when he was stationed in Alaska, he used to go to the studio. He was like in a group out there and everything.
What's the
and
Alaska hip hop scene like?
probably non-existent.
Cold.
I
They real cold out there, boy.
Literally, you know. And I used to go to the studio with him, so I think like some of my earliest memories was actually formed of like being in the studio. And like now he'll tell me like I was asking hella questions, like I would want to go in the booth, you know what I mean? Like I just wanted to be there. And so but it got weird because when I was in that group, I think my dad, some of his kind of like vicarious maybe dreams kind of,
I see. Yeah.
like, and I think he's also very protective. So basically like I was in a group, but her dad was not only protective, I hate to put her business out there, but he was abusive. So basically, he was very controlling. And so he would get us in the studio. My very first time in the studio was when I was 15 years old. I was hella amazed because we would write our songs a cappella, and he actually got somebody in there that like made the beat on the spot. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah, like at the time I was like, what? Like who does this, right? Like now I know, like, you know, if you're talented, you can do it, right? But basically, right, he does this.
Right on.
And so, like, it got kind of weird because you get two hella overprotective dads together, and, like, they both have their egos, and, like, her dad wasn't really trying to, like, you know, like, give too much control, and he actually, like, copywrote the songs behind our back. So, like, literally songs I wrote. I would, like, even help her write her stuff. She would write her stuff, but, like, for the most part, like, you know what I mean? I was like pretty much writing the songs, and so like it got kind of weird. So I think it like discouraged maybe my dad from like not wanting me to go into a career where people can like do me dirty like that. So it got like really, you know, I never really had like support from my family. You know what I mean? Like it's really only recently when like the numbers are kind of adding up that like they're like, oh yeah, you
how that works out.
You know.
Funny
and honestly,
works.
I'm not even salty at it at this point because when you grow up never having validation from nobody, you don't give a fuck no more.
You don't
like,
need that.
Like I don't care really if people like my music or not at this point, because it's like when the people closest to you always rejected it and always rejected your love for it. I mean, shoot, I used to be mad at it, but now I'm like, damn, like I do this really because I love it, you know?
No, we gotta give it up for that. For real. We have to give it up for that.
Like, did you have to grow to be like that? To be like, you know what? I really don't care. Like, or was you like that for the most part? You know, throughout.
Because it must have been difficult working through that early on.
Yeah.
As a young woman,
you know.
Just because you expect the people close to you just to support you off rip.
Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, I think like it was always something that, because I always, like, ever since I was 7 years old, like, I just remember being very convicted. Like, this is what I want to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I always had this, like, self-determination. Like, I always even, like, took in the criticism and stuff from my family as fuel. Like, I always was able to, like, turn it around. And also it was the way that I like emotionally got through things. And I actually wanted to be a comic book artist before I wanted to go.
She's saucy with the art
music.
too. No, for real. Supanova 7, she put out her own comic book.
Now.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, my first project is a comic book and music.
No, please put me on that. Please put me on that.
Yeah.
You literally talking our language now, comics and music, please.
You know, I want to get back into it. It was kind of rushed. There's a whole story even around that. Like, I had an ex that, like, we did music together. Yeah. And he blew up, and he, you know, he actually, like, got to, like, live with somebody and make beats for them all in their house and all that stuff. And he, like, started acting hella funny and shit. But he came back and was like, oh, like, you trying to do an EP, I got you. I'm going to help you record it. So he literally came, helped me record my whole EP. And then, like, I think as revenge for me, like, not wanting to be with him, he, like, didn't deliver it, like, ever.
Wow.
So, like, it kind of put me in this state where, like, I don't think I put out... I feel like I'm proud of that EP, but I feel like even down to, like, the drawing and everything, I was just kind of in this, like, rushed kind of emotional state because I was like, this wasn't supposed to go like this. So that's why I'm kind of like, I love it, but I do want to, like, redeem myself and, like, actually give the world a more, like, thought-out comic. Because the way that I see the comic is more, like, meme form. Like, it's not, like, the whole page has panels on it. It's like each page is its own panel,
like
if you will. Like it can
self-contained,
stand alone as one photo.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a
we need
lot
that.
of opposition, but I feel like I'm very good at like turning bullshit into compost.
No, hold up. No, we putting that on a T-shirt too.
No, don't do that. I'm finna do that.
She putting that on a T-shirt, and we're gonna help her promote that. No, we definitely need that.
Is that Toriyama in the chat?
Oh, I see. Yeah, hey Toriyama, what's
That one
up?
dude from the crew.
Hey.
What up, Toriyama?
Yeah.
Man, again, if you guys haven't seen his session, y'all make sure to see that too because he performed
Yeah, that was
6
fire.
joints off of it, man. But no, anything we could do to help you get that out, the new version of it, let us know because we
For
need
sure.
that. We definitely need that. That's amazing, man.
Thank you.
So so we got the AJGod origin story, we got the Honey Gold Jasmine origin story, but we know these two entities start to collide once you get to Mills College. And you know,
Right.
we never had like a full couple on here, like a whole ass couple on.
Whole
the show.
ass couple, yeah.
So we need. So
We've had a half.
dude, I wanted.
We had a whole ass.
Never aired that episode.
That didn't make
was
the
a
cut.
good episode.
But I think it's important to talk about that though, because there's not enough stories that's like surrounded and based in love that's getting put out from our community, especially.
Factual.
You know what I mean?
Talk about that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I think it's really important to highlight that. So you go to Mills College after
Yes.
you transferred from Solano Community
Yes,
College.
yes.
Was you going to Mills too, or was you just like
No.
It's all women's actually.
Oh,
Well, the
oh,
master's
okay.
program, they do let people that aren't women in,
Okay.
but
Yeah, yeah.
it's
Undergrad
well, I
is-
shouldn't say all women's. It's traditionally a women's college, but of course, like non-binary, trans,
right.
but basically not everybody that's not a man. Let me just put it like that.
Right.
Nah, I wasn't even in school.
Yeah.
I think when I met her. Yeah.
Yeah. What year was that?
We met 2015.
15.
Oh yeah, I wasn't either. I wasn't in school either. I already had given up at that point.
Yeah. I had went to Chabot and married after high school, and then I didn't finish. But around that time I was just trying to figure out life.
Right. But somehow you guys ended up in the same vicinity.
Yeah, music.
Doing music.
It was music
Yeah.
actually.
that's how
So
y'all met.
yeah, so I started going to Mills, but I wasn't living on campus yet. So I was still literally like 3 hours of a bus ride from Fairfield to Oakland
Sheesh.
every single day.
No, hold on. We gotta commend that, man.
Not only that, but
Gotta
with that
commend
little
that.
one over there. She was only
Right,
like
yeah.
3 years old. I
Wow.
would get on the bus Fairfield, get off the bus in Richmond, take another bus to her daycare in Richmond because I have family out there, so she would go to her daycare, wait for the bus again. Mind you, it was like 7 in the morning. This is like 7, 8 in the morning. Get on the bus again, get on the BART, go to Mills every single day.
That's what the real queen shit.
Dedication.
Thank you.
Wow.
I didn't have a car at the time.
They don't want to hear these stories though. You know what I mean? They don't want us to tell these stories.
It was really crazy. Like, I was determined. And I will say, like, the determination
amazing,
was the fact that nobody believed in me. So, I had a very, I have a very overprotective family. I grew
I
up
got
sheltered.
goosebumps just hearing that. I don't know about y'all.
So, I was pushed to go to college. I will say that I'm very grateful for that. But it wasn't until I went to Mills that I added on music. Because I actually have 2 degrees, music and psychology.
Yo, we gotta give it
So-
up again, man.
That was my
on.
first choice.
We need crowns in the chat right now. We need crowns in the chat. Wow.
Yeah, most definitely. Because I wanted to be a handwriting analysis person. Like, I wanted to, like, look at people's handwriting to know if you were, like, a serial killer or not. Like, that was...
Yo, that is fire. That's actually super
I can
fire.
do, I can look at people's handwriting now and kind of, like, know some little things. But basically some people at Mills were, like, already in the community.
Yeah.
And they were throwing shows and stuff. So this Juneteenth show was coming around. And they're like, Jazz, like, you should do
Juneteenth coming up
this.
too. Make sure y'all celebrate.
Yes. And that's where we met.
Wow.
At this
Yeah,
Juneteenth
that's
show.
like Black excellence.
Black
Finest.
excellence, yes.
I
My
love
very
that.
first show in Oakland, Juneteenth.
Yeah.
I was wearing all black. He was wearing all white.
Oh my God.
It's
yo.
really I did like no cap, like
For
seriously,
real.
seriously,
No, see, that's the universe. Right
seriously.
Around that time, I was getting influenced by Ifa. I was getting influenced by Ifa, which is an African spiritual way out of West Africa, and they wear all white as they go into their priesthood. And I wasn't necessarily trying to get initiated like that, but I was just so enamored with like the concept of African spirituality in the sense like you can understand life by archetypes, and Orishas are all about archetypes and understanding how energy works in a grand way, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like, yo, I need some discipline in my life, and so let me rock this all white. So I was actually in all white for like a year and a half. I wore white every day, and so during that time, that's when I met Jasmine.
And I was like, well, I'm performing in Oakland, so I gotta wear all black. Like, I literally had on combat boots, a black hoodie, and like some pants that had this like army green like strip and all black. Like, literally. I'm performing in Oakland.
Black Panther started in Oakland.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I love that. But like Jay said, it was like a yin and yang, right?
It really was.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it really was.
Like, even this inspiration behind our cover. We haven't put out our cover yet, but y'all kind of got a teaser with the graphic. Shout out to Kyle for the graphic. That was raw.
The golden.
Raw, so freaking raw. But the yin and yang symbol was like not only us just being like, oh, that's nice, symbolizes how the universe works. Like, literally us coming together felt like yin and yang. Like, our personalities are definitely like opposites attract.
Y'all about to make me believe in love again and all that shit.
Wow. Don't give up.
No, I gave up, man. But now y'all brought me back to life, though. No, that's really crazy, though, because, like, again, like, just the symbolism of that, how it just so happened you was in Oakland. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's the universe. So, let me ask you, what got you to see AJGod in all white, stand over there and be like, ooh, was it like a specific thing that happened? If you don't want to talk about it, we can also cut that out, too.
No, for real, like...
You think Oz was just beatboxing?
It actually wasn't even like that at first. Like, he actually approached me because I was like walking around, like I didn't know nobody. I was actually in a relationship at the time. He was in a relationship at the time, but we didn't meet on no like, oh, I'm trying to get in a relationship with you.
Right.
But he just like walked up to me and was like, oh, are you performing today? And he was like, yeah, I'm performing today. And we just talked, and it was like we seen each other perform, and was like, oh, let's just connect on some like collab and shit. And it actually wasn't until like a year, like we were literally friends, like with smoke, like meet up smoke, like it was really like pure friends, and that was actually pretty odd for me in like the way I would even approach dating, because I feel like I would just get so enamored with the person so quick and just be like, oh my god, we're a thing, and that would lead to so many just like bad relationships. And my boyfriend that actually ended up catted on me and like recorded the whole EP, he was actually supposed to come with me to that show that day, but he was always low-key on some, and he catted on me then too. So look, he catted at all the right times, I guess, right?
That's the universe.
Wait, that's the universe. Universe working again.
You know, and it really wasn't like, it wasn't on no like I'm trying to get with you nothing. It wasn't until like I actually transferred and moved in to living at Mills that fall, because we met during the summer. So that fall I actually like moved there, so no more commuting, thank God. Like I'm actually living there. And it wasn't until, what was it that like, not even that year, it was the next year when we actually like kind of got googly eyes for each other. And it was literally us just like having a conversation. I don't know what was said, nothing, but it was like the energy just said whoop and just shifted.
Wow.
And ever since then we just been a thing.
Oh man, come on, shout out to I'm telling you guys, man. The universe is crazy how it works, man.
It really is.
So Aj, what was the first date you took her on?
First date? I mean, we did a lot of kicking it, like.
It was the movies.
Like the official date where it's like.
Yeah.
What y'all see?
We're not exactly
That's what I'm saying. The first movie he took her to was very indicative of what the.
It's kind of. I'm kind of. I kind of don't remember because we did a lot of kicking it at her apartment. Like we actually, I remember one of the first things we was watching and kind of kicking it on was the Get Down. We watched the Get Down.
Yeah, the Get Down.
And I just remember us laughing. Like I was like, oh damn, she got like a dope ass sense of humor and like, you know what I'm saying. So, but damn, I feel bad. I don't remember the first like.
Oh, I didn't mean to play you out like that.
You know what I'm saying?
My bad. Hey, that's me. My bad. I didn't mean to play you out like that.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to work on my romanticism. She tell me all the time like, babe, I kind of want you to be more romantic and stuff. Yeah. So I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? But
and that's all we can ask for, man. We working on it.
Yeah. real.
Of course, the men gonna clap, ladies.
I need that encouragement.
Before we clap on that, you're right.
Right, like, of course, the men gonna clap for the
Man,
F.
we need more
No.
female energy in the room before we clap on that. That's on me, yo. I totally played Aj out. That's on me. I should have prepped you beforehand, dog.
Yeah,
That's on
bro.
me,
What's
bro.
up with that, bro? I thought we was homies,
My
man.
bad, man. That's on me.
That's hilarious.
But so of course, like y'all together as people in a relationship, but it also translates creatively
Yes.
because I see
Yep.
so much music being made with y'all, and I'm sure it's super duper natural.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a easy kind of like not super instant kind of thing. Like when we were friends, we did a little bit of music, but
My question was gonna be, did y'all make
Yeah.
music before y'all became?
we did, but it was
That was
it was
actually what our
minimal
energy
though.
started on. Was
Yeah.
just the making music, but we didn't really start working together seriously till like 2017, 2018 for real.
Right, 'cause
2017 was a good year.
around
wasn't it,
that
Wolfie?
time-
that was a good year, my guy.
Around that time, I believe we I think Youth Seed had a lot to do with us kind of even being around each other
Youth
a little bit
Impact
more.
Hub.
Youth Impact Hub, right?
United Roots.
United
Yeah,
Roots.
yeah,
So
yeah.
so another program that I mentioned last time, but United Roots kind of is instrumental to our story because I went through a business entrepreneurship course. Excuse me. It was a year-long fellowship with Youth Impact Hub. So I was in the first cycle of that, and it was hella inspirational. They gave us hella foundational knowledge on how to start a business and stuff. And she was in the second year, and so from there, you know, she's been consistent, and
I actually
now
still
she
work
works
there.
for them.
Yeah.
She's
I'm
like
the program coordinator.
yeah,
there,
she's
so.
boss, damn near boss lady in that
Since
thing.
2016.
man.
I'm trying to own it, but I actually kind of am the boss at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Of course, no, we
No,
gotta
for
give it
real.
up for
No,
that
clap,
too.
clap for that.
Holy
because
smokes, that's
she's
amazing.
helping young
She be getting at me
entrepreneurs.
like, you better give yourself that.
She's helping young entrepreneurs start their businesses, get their business plan together, and this is in Oakland, like where it's been so much. It's been needed yesterday, you know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of respect for Jasmine for just staying consistent with that. But it was very pivotal for us individually as well as our relationship. You know what I'm saying? It gave us more to bond over and that space.
Yeah.
You know, we would just go in there and they had studio space.
Right.
So we'd be in there vibing, creating and stuff too. So I forgot what the original question
Yeah, it was
was.
just more about like how y'all started
Yeah.
making music together. and-
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did a couple songs, and then I think it was once we kind of started kind of getting more intimate, and then kind of just kicking it, being around each other in our like chill time. I'd just be making beats or something,
Yeah.
and she had a mic over there in Pro Tools.
Who
So
better to get on the beat too?
Yep.
Better to get on
Right.
the-
Yep. I mean, everything that makes your heart beat was definitely one of them tracks where I made it on Fruit Loops actually, Fruity Loops.
Shout out FL Studios, yeah.
At FL Studios, yeah, and I made it. It didn't have no sax on it or nothing. It was just the bass, kick, and keys. You know what I'm saying? And she was writing to it, and I was like, "Ooh, this kind of is a nice vibe." So a lot of our music started hella organically,
Yeah.
just with us freestyling.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then also us going to like Oakland Mine ciphers,
Come on now.
like freestyling.
Shout out
like
to Oakland
that's like our
Mine.
love
Shout out
language, to be
Oakland Mine,
honest.
for
Like
real.
Yeah.
Freestyling is your love language. That's the
freestyling
most-
is definitely
yo,
our
that's the
love
most
language.
hip-hop shit I've
Damn,
ever
baby,
heard
that's
in
a
my
bar
life.
right there, for real though.
That is the most hit. Yeah, yo,
Yeah.
write that down because that's one of the
That's the hardest.
that's one of the most hip.
She got them for days, but she
My
got them
God.
for days.
If you ever need a name, I'm very good at naming shit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that made me definitely rock with her even more.
Of course, bro. Like, how could you not be impressed?
Cause come on now, like I love freestyling, like it's therapeutic for me, and we just would pass hella time just freestyling with each other.
We even have a character.
That makes sense. I mean,
Yep.
you have a line,
An
right?
inside joke.
You have a
Yep.
line in Smoke Buddy where you have to pass the J because it went out. While
Yeah,
you
while I was freestyling.
Yep.
That's real
That's
facts.
real.
Like,
That's real spill.
yes, that song is literally the epitome. I guess you could say the embodiment of those times we was just kicking it. Like literally.
Wow. That
you
song's
know,
gonna hit different now that I know that.
Yep, it's like a legit. I mean, everything I write is from an experience I had. You know, like I have to write from something that is real for me. You know. So yeah, freestyling is our love language, and
That
how
is the
we
coolest.
just
Yo, real talk. That's one of the
together.
dopest things I've ever heard in my life.
Yo, a lot of people say goals. No, that's
That's goals. We're changing the name of the stream to
It
hashtag
is.
goals.
Hashtag goals.
I love that. So it sounded like it just organically started happening. You of course making beats. Everyone knows AJGod's beats are just A1.
Yeah.
Right on.
Honey Gold Jasmine with the dopest voice, not only just singing and also rapping. So it's organically, why wouldn't that happen? Right?
Most definitely.
Now, in terms of like the creative process,
Yeah.
what does that look like for y'all? Does it always start with AJGod making a beat first, or does it start with you always freestyling first? What does that look like in terms of the process?
Pretty much he's always making the beat first.
Yeah.
I'm hearing it from another room and I come in and I'm like starting to like freestyle and then I'm like, can you please not give this beat to nobody? You know? And so sorry y'all, I get first dibs on the beats.
Yeah,
but,
as you should. She got a whole playlist
As you should.
that's all her that we gotta work through.
And if I ever ask for AJGod for an AJGod beat, I need to have Honey Gold Jasmine on it too. So I mean, like,
it's good. It's good.
Perfect. Be real, yo. Just circumvent AJGod. Go right to her. Like, yo, let me just get one out of this.
Because you gonna know it's a heater. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She good at picking out them heaters. Like, oh yeah, that's the one. Right.
So I just picture right now Aj making a beat, sequencing some drums, maybe adding some keys, and then Jazz coming.
Yep, just like that with the no words and everything, just like that. Yep.
Same here. So I love that.
No words.
Yep, literally scatting first.
So
I mean, jazz is. I mean, that's what I
scats.
studied in college. Like, I wrote my thesis on the history of jazz
real
music
that
in
jazz?
Oakland. Like, I'm definitely very much a jazz singer first, actually.
And you know what? That actually translates too, because the different kind of syncopations, the
Yep.
different kind of cadences you come in.
Yep.
It's all coming from scat. At the
Yeah.
end of the day.
I mean, Erykah Badu and Jay Dilla.
That's a
You feel me?
fact.
Like, that's
That's a
pretty
fact.
much like the vibes.
You know what's crazy though?
You
Because
know?
I told y'all I was at my mom's house earlier,
Yeah.
and I was just playing y'all music.
Oh,
And my
wow.
mom is such an R&B head. She was like, "Is that Jill Scott?" I was like,
Oh,
"No."
wow.
But that's
Mom, shout out to you,
no,
Mom.
my mom's just like, "Is that Jill Scott?"
That's
Wow,
such a compliment.
yeah,
Thank you.
Jill Scott is a heavyweight.
Hell yes. So that's how. So I guess it comes like beat first, then you come in with some verses.
Yeah.
What about hooks? Do you guys work together on hooks as a producer and an artist, or is it mostly?
I write all my stuff.
Yeah,
I love that.
And I need that to be
I love that.
Because
No
you know they like to
ghostwriters.
throw, the women under the bus. Like, oh, he must be.
No,
It's like, nah,
she
I
got
borrow all my
bars. She
stuff.
got bars. I mean, I might suggest a little something here and there, but she got her shit down. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
love that.
Can I
What's
ask
up,
a
Jay?
slightly spicy question?
Oh, yeah, I love it. Come
Caliente
on.
hour,
It's
caliente.
not like crazy spicy.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like, but have you
Mild.
ever been in a lab like creating, right? Either you make a beat that you want her to get on and she doesn't want to do it, or you come up with something that he doesn't like. Like you may write a hook or a verse and he's like,
That's a great
or you make a
question.
beat, or he makes a beat and he's
That's
like,
a
"Yo,
great
get on this for me."
question.
You're like,
Let's get into it. That's a great question.
Honestly, I'm sorry, Jay Harmony, because you're kind of a part of this, but I'm so notorious for like not like doing my features in a timely manner. So like this is how it works. Is like it's not that he'll tell me he doesn't like something, or like he'll tell me to get on something and I like just don't want to. It's a matter of like I'll say it's good, and then life happens. Because literally, like, even all these songs you heard, Smoke Buddy is the only song that I wrote this year. Like, Everything That Makes Your Heart Beat, I wrote in 2018, and I didn't put it out till 2020. Right now, we wrote in 2019, but quarantine had more so to do with that one than anything. But still, like, even then, like, a lot of the songs I write, it actually takes me a very long time to write it. I've only just now kind of got my rhythm to where, like, I can write it and then I feel comfortable, like, a couple weeks later or a month or whatever to, like, feel like I can put it out. And I think a lot of that comes from just, like, trying to be overly perfectionist about everything.
For sure.
So I think that's just something I've worked through. And so, in a way, he helps as, like, a person that's holding me accountable. Like, so honestly, I might need a manager at this point, like somebody that can, like, really be on my head and, like,
as the great Toriyama said, I
I feel so bad about it because, like, I know if I, like, ask somebody to feature with me, like, I wouldn't want that same energy. So, yeah.
that's the reason I started being timely. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I've been wanting my stuff back pretty quick.
I'm exactly the same way as you. 8-Bit J, I know you probably watching. My bad, dog. I know you've been waiting. I swear to God, it's gonna happen. I swear to God.
Yeah. I promise.
I swear to God, maybe this year could be next summer. I don't know, but it'll happen.
Yeah.
So to stay on the music tip, let's do a little word association. I'm just gonna say something to y'all, and then you think of the first artist, you think of producer, you think of, or just like anything related to that.
Okay.
So Aj, you first, bro. Drum sequencing.
I would say Headbanger.
You need that.
You know what I'm saying? Drum sequencing, I feel like I listen for like just what I might start with something simple and then sauce it up as I go, and I'm looking for that infectious feeling that's like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And for you, harmony.
And this is artists.
Yeah, or artist, anything really, just anything music related.
You set me up for
Wow.
that.
Oh yeah, you're right. Harmonies. Oh God, I'm so sorry. This is hard. Mariah Carey.
Ooh. Shout out Auntie Mariah, man.
Yes.
She been getting a bad rap for some reason lately, but
Really?
I grew up
What?
on Mariah, man. She gets the diva, the whole diva thing, but to me,
Come on now, that
It
comes
kinda
with
come with it,
it.
yeah.
Like
It kinda come
it
with it.
has to be.
yo, I think I must
Yeah.
have listened to the Butterfly album like a million times as like a little boy. You know what I mean?
What was that? What was
Yeah.
that one? She had the all white with the Chanel sunglasses on, and it was like black and white. What album was that?
I don't
Was
know.
that
I'm not like
early
the
Mariah?
biggest Mariah fan, but
But her harmonies are insane though.
Come on.
yes, most definitely.
Because she could do like 4-part harmonies because she has a crazy register,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
I think that's a good answer, man.
Mm-hmm.
Aj. Keyboards.
88 keys. I like to have that full length.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating because, you know, at making beats, I like being portable. When I was working at my job, parking lot, a cashier, overnight, I would have my little
Kai controller.
Yeah, I don't know how many keys that was, but it had like maybe 2.5 octaves.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's
like,
pretty
man,
small.
this is not it.
It's like this big.
Yeah. It's
just
like you
putting
work
that
with it,
back
you
with
make
it.
it work, but
Yeah.
I like having that
That
big
full
baby.
range.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, Jazz. Cadence.
Cadence. Ooh. I'm gonna have to say Bahamadia.
Ooh, okay.
Cause her
gets super
cadence,
snaps for that.
her like, you know, y'all know.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
If you know, you know.
That's one thing we bond over too, like sharing music with each other. You know what I'm saying? I remember I played Bahamadia, and I was in love by how much she loved it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's
Like, what?
real
You
spill.
fuck with this? Because I'll play
real
certain
spill.
things and people be like, oh, yeah, it's cool, you know? And I'm like, nah, you just cool.
Yeah.
This shit go crazy, you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
And so,
There's been so many times, so many relationships where, you know, you don't click with the musically like that.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, it's like a wall almost when you're in the car with
Yeah.
Literally.
Do we talk? Do we not like each other's music?
Yeah.
I don't
Yep.
like listening to country specifically. Like,
why do everybody say that? I'll be like, what kind of music you like? Man, I like anything except country.
Except country.
Everybody hate no country. I'm not hating on country, but it's not my go-to.
There
Yeah.
are country songs that are
Yeah.
good, you know. I just don't go to them. Like, I just don't go to
Yeah.
country. I don't turn on the country.
If my
station.
partner is all about like country first, I probably wouldn't have a lot in common. With
Yeah.
her.
Right.
Yeah, because that's a
And
lifestyle
musically-
with it as well.
Yeah, musically, that's kind of how your personality is too. The things you're into, the things
Right.
you like to do.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
It's an asset to be able to think like, here's something to be like, yo, I can't wait to show this to woo wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
They love stuff like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Last one for word association. I'm gonna give the same one to both of y'all. Biggest influence.
Biggest influence. Ooh. Biggest. Lisa Left Eye Lopez.
Oh man, R.I.P. to the queen too.
Yes.
Because not only did she have bars, not only did she promote positivity, she also burned Andre Risinghouse down when he was playing around. Too.
Yes.
I love that.
I mean,
a
she
good
was. I mean, she was talking about Dr. Sebi when it wasn't.
She was.
When it
Right.
wasn't even like a thing.
Yes, she was.
Like, come on now. Like, she was hella ahead of her
no, we
time.
gotta
Like,
give it up for. Yeah, man, I love that.
the Afrofuturism.
For
Like,
sure,
come
yeah.
on now. Like,
When she was on that hype.
yeah.
So good.
What about you?
Y'all heard me say, I love Left Fire. I love Left
What about you,
Fire.
Ash? You ain't off the hood.
I know. I'm gonna say, man, my biggest influence. I'm gonna say Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
I'm gonna say Jay-Z because
The GOAT.
it's
the GOAT.
it's probably some other ones that are also big, but I feel like sometimes when I rap, I hear that a lot. That's the most common. They be like, man, bro, you
Your-
kind of
your
sound like
tone.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, like maybe I just can't shake it because I remember just being like, yo, like he's raw. Like, god damn, like his words got me enthralled, vivid pictures. And then, like I said, that Black Album DVD just had me like, bro, you go crazy.
And if you like really, really love an artist, no matter what, you're gonna sound a little like them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like when I hear J-Rap, I hear Currency. You know what I
Uh,
mean?
My favorite rapper, yo.
Yeah.
I told you in a minute. Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's just what it is.
Yeah.
All right. So before we end the interview, I want to do something a little different today. Have you guys heard of the Newlywed Game? Everybody here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna do it really quickly. So usually how that works is we give a topic or we give a question, right? And then we're gonna say, Jazz, what do you think Aj thinks is your best quality, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll write your answer down. Aj will write the answer down, and then at the end we show what y'all said to compare it, just to see if you guys got the same answer. Oftentimes it's not the same answer.
Dun,
You know what I mean?
dun,
That's
dun.
I'm nervous.
I'm not gonna get too deep. I'm not trying to put y'all out like that again. But let's do it, man. Let's have a little fun with this.
Let's get spicy.
Let's make some room for
Yeah, man, we got a little caliente. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry about the paint too. Just try not to huff it.
Thank you.
Okay, man, I'm excited for this one. So, first one. Jazz, what do you think Aj thinks is your most attractive trait?
Trait or like physical part on my body?
All of the above.
Okay.
Right, and then I'm supposed to write it too, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
okay. And I'm sorry, clarify. You said on her body, or just in general?
We'll go body and just like in general.
Okay.
Let's do both.
Okay.
Let's do both. Might as well go the whole way.
Might as well.
FanDuel odds. Who's taking the over/under on how much he gets? The over/under is 1. He's gonna get 1 right. What y'all think?
Damn.
I'm going over.
He's going over. He believes in love. He believes.
Y'all understand? I don't think they're gonna go 3 for 3. Yo.
He's a power.
My
of
brothers
love.
got me.
All right, Aj. Let's actually go. Jazz, what do you think he's gonna say? Legs and musical talent.
Mm.
Oh
What is it? I can't see what it
Sense
says.
of humor.
Humor. I should have known. That was a clue for me.
But you know what's crazy though is he probably loves those 2 things too. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah,
look,
for
now it's
sure,
4
for sure.
positive things.
I've definitely complimented her on both of those all the
Yeah,
time.
I was
Yeah.
actually thinking lips, but I was like, nah, let me put legs.
Yeah.
I love. See,
Nah,
so
but he said something good though. Sense of humor.
do you see what I'm saying? So you
See,
essentially just got
that's
4
good.
compliments.
Aw. he doing your work. He doing the work for you, man.
So now let's flip that.
Okay.
Let's do the same thing but flip it.
I see I gotta write big now. Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
Fuck, man. I'm getting high off of this fence.
Right.
Zany, no, come on. This is Zany DeVito. He's just high, bro. I don't know anybody that smoke more weed than Zany.
I do.
Okay, Jay and
No,
Zany.
I don't. I'm
You
lying,
guys-
I'm lying.
I do remember the day that Zany put you on the lemon trees train.
I wish that was
My God, that was a magical day.
Right. You know what?
That was almost as magical as them seeing each other in all white
I
and
know,
all
right?
black.
When you opened that jar,
That was like a moment of unity. I'm not gonna lie. When that happened, I was like, man, that's what humanity
it
could
put
do.
me on the fire though.
That's what humanity could do, man. Look at, oh man, that was beautiful.
How many times I done reference that shit in songs, bro?
Absolutely, bro.
Like,
There's
I
one
said
big
it, bro.
reference that we're gonna actually do. We need. We're gonna do it this year. I swear to God, it's happening this year.
I love lemon tree. That's my favorite strain. All time.
The question is the most attractive trait, physical and just
Now we're
metaphysical.
doing AJGod.
But now it's for AJGod. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Rachel said Twitch being a hoe.
Twitch being a oh no.
Yeah, it is.
What happened?
It's buffering for me too.
Oh for real?
Oh man.
Are we good though?
We're good.
It looks like it's good for me.
It's working. It's working for me.
Oh yeah, because it looks good for me. Okay.
It's good.
Let's see what Aj says.
I got
I'm tall,
Tall.
and then positive outlook.
Ooh. Eyes.
No nonsense
attitude.
Wow,
Wow,
that's-
with the positive outlook. No nonsense.
Not.
Yeah,
Does it? You
I'd
okay?
say so because I was actually gonna write like no drama. Like he doesn't
That's
really
Let's get it.
gossip or you know what I
Hey,
mean?
hey.
Exactly.
Okay.
Again, 4 compliments to you, brother.
There you go.
All right, next one.
Okay.
What
Am I beautiful?
for real? so for Jazz, what is the dopest thing about Jazz as an artist?
That's how you gonna get that one right.
Yeah.
And I write what I think he's gonna put.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct. He already had it locked and loaded. He was ready to go.
Oh no, I didn't write it yet, but I
I
know what it is, though.
That's
I
on
know
me.
what it is, though.
That's my fault. My fault, yo. That's another L for your boy Frankie. But L stands for lessons.
Right.
We don't lose. We learn.
We learn. Oh, hey.
Come here, bro.
Hey,
See,
bro.
look at that Asian white unity. Let's go.
That's what it is.
That's my Yakubian ally right there. I appreciate him. Yo, who was the dude at the bar yesterday? He's like, what does Yakubian mean, dude?
Oh wow.
Dude.
Oh.
I was like,
Dude,
you.
that kept- the homeboy that kept talking to us, like, just bring. No, never mind. Let's get back to
Ready?
Back to my ADD. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Here we go. Aj is about to reveal.
Emotional IQ.
IQ. That's so important when it comes to art, man. I love that.
Yeah, I love how she could take her feelings and be hella poetic and go layers deep into her way of expressing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, there's not enough emotion in music today. And that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's a fact. Let's see what Jazz has to say.
Voice.
That's a given.
No, but no,
You know what I'm
maybe
saying?
she means, like, you know, like artistic voice, not necessarily
My
physical
guy.
voice.
My guy.
Oh man.
He's a good host.
Yeah, Steve Jasmine.
With the sense he.
Come on, bro. I'm 5'8". I play point guard, dog.
I know my position
Oh,
up.
yeah. I'm a facilitator.
I'm
Right.
a facilitator.
Same question. Let's flip it, though.
Okay.
All right.
And then after that, we're going to get one more, then we
Ooh,
get
okay,
it right
I know
into
mine.
performances,
Hold on,
y'all.
hold on,
Make sure
I
you
know
stick
mine.
around because, my God, you guys are definitely going to want to hear the songs.
I agree.
Because we're going to hear Right Now, which is, again, like, I played that song for my mom. She was like, is that Jill Scott?
Yeah.
For real. Smoke Buddy, which is also, that's about to be a summer anthem for sure.
I agree.
So make sure y'all stick around for that. Oh, I saw the answer. I like that,
got
though.
a glimpse of it. I didn't see it. I can't read that fast.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, Jazz, what did you say?
How long he could freestyle.
Who on some super
Hours,
shit?
yo.
Oh my God.
Freestyle.
Yes. Yay. We got one.
Let's go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, sir.
All day.
I love it. Last one. And this
Gotta
one
get
might
this
be a
one.
little
Gotta-
spicy.
Caliente.
Caliente, wait.
Spice.
Ended on some spice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some spice.
Jazz, what is your biggest pet peeve about Aj?
That is a little spicy.
She's like, on top.
Yo, I thought she did the same. I thought she said, oh, I know what that is.
You ain't got to think twice about that one.
Oh, God.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Okay.
She's got to pick.
I'm having fun, y'all, man. This has been so
This
great,
has been
man.
one of the more fun streams.
Yeah, this has been so great, man.
And we got a good viewer.
Yeah, shouts out to everybody in the chat, too, man. We really appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys.
And I don't know, I feel like, what did you guys think of AJGod, Honey Gold Jasmine podcast would be very entertaining?
Absolutely.
We do have a podcast.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
let's plug that.
Yeah.
We need to be more consistent. But
We
if
got
you go
some
to my
episodes,
YouTube, Honey Gold Jasmine is called Put Two and Two Together.
That is a dope ass name
What
for
a
it
good-
too, man.
Thank you.
So when you guys gonna have your boy Frankie as a guest? No,
You
just
know
like-
what?
No,
We
we
never
haven't even
had
had no
guests.
guests
Oh,
yet.
for real? I
But-
could be the
That would
first.
be
I
dope,
mean,
though.
Honestly, I think we should.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You know, add a little element to it.
I love that, man. Everybody, please go check that out. Go find our YouTube page and subscribe to that. We'll put that in the description too.
All right.
Oh, here we go. So, Aj, what do you think is her biggest pet peeve for you?
When I forget shit.
Bad memory. Uh-oh.
No.
That was a
not it.
little safe, huh, bruh?
That was a little safe.
You
I was
tryna
about to put that,
Can't hold that
but
against me. Smoke
That's a
weed,
fact.
yo.
Yeah. She does too, so she's like, I'm gonna let that slide.
you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
But I put Devil's Advocate
Oh,
That's
yo,
a-
Aj.
I love to
because
play
you
devil's
know what I
advocate.
mean. Like we're opposites attract, and I'll be like tripping, like, oh hell no, how dare they woo woo? And he's like, but when you look at it like this, woo.
That's healthy though.
It's like like.
She's like, I want to be mad.
If y'all know women though, like come on now. You can't ever come at it like.
I feel like she was gonna say, of course the men. She was like, of course the men clap at that way.
You know?
Were you on
the
a
same way though? Like this.
Oh my god.
Were you on a debate team or anything like that in high school?
Man, you know what's funny? So Rashid is the debater of the crew. Like he's like a
Like
high
legit
level
debater.
debater. And
So
he
those
always tells
conversations-
me like, bruh, you'll be awesome at debate. Like, and so
Yes,
no,
you
I
would.
never was, but I guess I got it
We
in me.
need to see if there's like a correlation between like freestyle ability and debating.
Absolutely.
You're coming up with, you know what I mean? We gotta
Yeah.
do some
Quick with
research
that,
behind
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's flip it. Last one. Let's
Okay.
flip
Scared.
it.
I'm
Last
scared.
one.
Okay. All right.
And then after that,
Dun,
y'all
dun,
off the
dun.
hook. We'll just get some performances.
And then it's gonna be an interesting ride home.
You don't have to play devil's advocate.
Oh my, exactly.
That was a good one, bro.
Look at it this way.
No, see, that's why we do this, and then we're gonna get healed by music, and then we're just gonna be on a,
Right,
on a
right.
musical high on the way home. You feel me?
Oh my gosh.
I know, man. We could do a whole hour just doing this, bro.
Word.
Golly. I know it, but I'm like.
The odd repeat.
No, it was when I cause HoneyGod allowed me to perform at one of these things, but we did something similar to this, right?
She had
Oh, the Go Soul Show.
She go
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
have a
throws her
game
own
show.
game show.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are those coming back?
They're coming back. The
Oh,
only
man,
reason
no, we
why I
need to
stopped
pull
was
up.
quarantine.
We need to pull up. We don't even need to go further. I just want to be there.
I just want to watch.
Yeah, I just want to.
Yeah, y'all should definitely slide. It's hella
Honestly, I'd
fun, bro.
love to have y'all as people in it. Y'all hella charismatic. I can see it now.
Anything
So
you,
yeah, it's
anything y'all tune
yeah.
in, man, let us know. It's automatic. Let us know.
I want to do that again. That shit was fun.
Damn.
all right. I'm gonna have to bring you back on the just on some like OG Go Soul Show OG day one
I
type
love
shit.
it. This is why I love the show though, because it's bringing all of us together. You feel me? It's bringing all of us together. I love that.
Avenues.
Yeah, man, I love that. Okay, last one of the night.
Dun dun dun.
Jazz, what do you think Aj's pet peeve of you is?
Emotional responses. So like kind of the opposite to his devil's advocate. Like I can just be like turned sometimes. So yeah.
That's gonna be my explanation of always now. I just be turned.
I just be turned sometimes, you know.
That's a very Bay Area way of explaining shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
My
nice
bad.
Aj, what do you say?
I said how long she holds on to things.
That's kind. I mean,
It's
yeah,
it's
it
kind of
actually-
the yeah.
Yo, real talk. I'm
Not
also,
even
not necessarily
grudges.
grudges, but like if she's mad at something, she's gonna be mad at it for
Oh, like
a
stubborn.
couple days, 3 days, and then I'm about to hear
Yeah.
like how mad she is about it.
Yeah.
And every time she gets even madder about it, I gotta hear the whole story again. So it's like,
Yo,
Yeah.
real talk though, I relate because it takes me a long time to process my emotions.
Yeah, it's the processing
the
for
process
me.
of the
like,
for me, I think it'd be a little more like cut and dry.
Right,
And but I don't deal with emotions that long. And
Would
for
you say
better or
you're-
worse, it just is what it is. But when she gets in her emotional bag, I feel like she got to go layers into it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, 'cause
until
it's
she
like,
comes
and
out
then
with a way
this,
to
and
see
then
it that's
this.
satisfactory to her. You know what I'm
Would
saying?
you say you're more of like a logic based person? Instead,
Most of the
versus
time,
passionate?
I would say yeah. Most of the time, yeah.
Because I'm definitely like, I'm not as logical as I want to be. I'm very like passion centered. So it takes me a long time to like process my emotions, and then when I get there, I get there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It takes a
Both
little
of you
bit.
guys, pretty much. I'm logical, but at the same time, if I'm boiling on something,
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I would go layers and layers and layers and layers. With
But even that, it's like, it's not that it's not logical. Like, I honestly feel, because I'm also a Libra, like, I feel like I'm very logical, but the logic is what makes me mad. Because I'm like, logically, why would you do that? Like,
I see.
why? Like, you know what I mean?
see,
And then
I
I'm
see.
like, and then you have the nerve, and then like, who does that? Like, what kind of person?
And you still had that conversation with yourself all day about it.
Right.
Okay. I can see that.
Exactly.
I wish I could
So
say the
That's
same.
what makes me.
I wish I
upset.
could say the same. Every time I'm really emotional about something, I'm like, dude, this is illogical why you feeling this way. But I'm like, but I still feel this way.
Right. It's like,
I'm about to go, I need to cry this out a few days and then I'll be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell me
I'm not so illogical that I don't recognize when I am having some emotions about something. You know what I'm saying? I think I just tend to like she said, I play devil's advocate, so I tend to look at things from both sides. So
yeah.
even if it's something that I probably should be mad at,
Yeah.
I could probably justify it happening and just being like, well, shit, if I look at it from this way, it's probably not that bad.
Right.
But, and I feel like that's how I'm able to not really deal with it. Maybe that's a way for me not to get too consumed by things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? While she's willing to go deep into that shit and really just hash it out. You know what I'm saying? So there's different ways of handling things.
Yeah.
That actually ended up being a great conversation to end too. I thought it was gonna be too spicy. No, we gotta get it.
Yeah.
Well, man, that was I'm again like this was probably the most fun I ever had doing this show. So thank y'all, man, for real.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
No, and please come back too because
Hell yeah.
we-
It's going to be more music too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I feel like we could have dug into so many other.
Yeah.
So make sure y'all check out their podcast too, because I'm sure a lot of these conversations are happening there.
Yeah.
And yeah, Smoke Buddy out now.
Mm-hmm.
But right now,
Right
video
now?
coming soon.
Yes, June 12th.
Other videos just dropped recently as well.
Yes.
Everything that makes your heart beat is out as well. So you can check that out. And yeah, June 19th.
Yes.
Juneteenth. Please celebrate Juneteenth for real.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Have that conversation. Educate people of what Juneteenth is.
Come on.
Because even at the company I worked at last year, they're like, "Oh, we need to celebrate Juneteenth," and the CEO was like, "Oh, that's not even a real thing." I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So it's like we need to educate people.
Much
what
love.
That holiday really is.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. I appreciate
Very
you
much
shouting out,
an
brother.
American holiday. If there ever was an American holiday,
That's
like,
the
come
most,
on now.
To me, that's the most American holiday.
Yeah.
It should be a national holiday. For real. So yeah, a lot of cool, a lot of great music coming out, great art coming out. Make sure you check that out. You can follow them. We got their IG handles on there too.
That's right.
And what was
Tap
the YouTube page
in.
again?
Honey Gold Jasmine. You can just put in that and it'll come up.
We'll put that all in the description too. So make sure y'all check that out, please. But stick around because we about to hear some really soul healing music.
Yes.
Production from Aj, singing verses from Honey Gold Jasmine. We even gonna get an Aj verse too, man. We are lucky. We are lucky to be in this room right now. So we're gonna get. Yeah, that's a fact. So we're gonna get to that. Stick right with us. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna go right to the performance.
Yeah.
Oh, and AJGod's interview on J Harmony,
Yes.
Jay the Alien YouTube coming out on Sunday.
On Sunday. YouTube.com/Jay the Alien.
That was by far the best interview, by the
JAETHA.
way.
Oh,
That
that's
was
what's
by far
up.
the best interview.
Well, I'm in my
Hey, me
feelings
and Jay,
now.
we go back, bro.
What about mine? I'm just
Now you've heard me.
Hey, but Frankie's was like 5-6 minutes.
That's
we
true,
went for
man.
like almost half an hour.
Damn.
Yo,
I
and
didn't even, okay.
I watched some of that
Wow.
live too. I was like, damn, I picked up some jewels too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I gotta go back and watch it. I forgot what we even talked about, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, make sure you check all that out. We'll put everything in the description. And yeah, we about to get to music. Thank you guys again for coming here, man. We appreciate that.
Very welcome.
Let's go. We on wait screen?
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun as hell, man.
Hell
I really
yeah,
appreciate
That
you.
was
You
nice.
showing love, man.
Hey.
Hey, bro, tell me why when you said when she holds on to things, I was like, what? It's like she.
We also are gonna link all of these songs because I think they're on all platforms, right? Spotify, because I listen to them for sure on Spotify. All platforms, that's all gonna be linked in. But we're gonna get started with some performances by Honey Gold Jasmine, produced by AJGod, and we even gonna get a verse from AJGod too. Again, we are very lucky to be in this room right now, y'all. Are we ready to go, Hollow? All right, so we. Oh, of course. I can, which one? There's two mouses. This one. So again, thank you guys for joining us tonight, man. If you missed the interview, y'all definitely need to watch the recap because that was a really, really energizing call. Like I was just saying, I had like writer's block for like a month. But after that conversation, I'm about to go home and write a bunch of shit. So make sure you guys check that out. That's going to be on our YouTube. You can find that on our Twitch archives too. But we're about to get into the musical performances. We got 3 joints for y'all. So I definitely want to welcome and introduce Honey Gold Jasmine to the stage. Thank you for joining us. Let's go.
Thank you for having me.
Let me get out the way too. Y'all not trying to hear me. So we got this first one.
Everything that makes your heart beat. Yeah, 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 yeah. For the platinum records and all the gold chains, I gotta know myself, I gotta know the game. I'm so wavy, baby. I ride my own way. Flow so fluid in the way that I move. I do what I do, 'cause I got nothing to prove. Why? My purpose is so divine. So divine, baby. My blessings, they're all mine. It's all me. Me. I got to live my truth. So I can free my mind. I gotta stand for something. I gotta stand for something. So I don't fall for nothing. No one can fall for nothing. No, 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 no. 'Cause they will do anything to take your energy and everything that makes your heart beat. And everything that makes your heart beat. Said everything that makes your heart beat. And everything. Said everything that makes your heart beat. And everything. Said everything. As long as I'm alive, I would never sell my soul. And as long as I'm alive, I will always be golden long. After I die, my vibe would never get old and long. After I die, my story will always be told as history unfolds. We gotta question what we're told. What good is being woke if your action never spoke louder than your words do? What's your verb do? My word is bond and I'm humble with my virtues. Ain't gotta sneeze in my presence for me to bless you. I'm trying to give you life but kill you with these lines too. No, you can sense the truth behind these bars. And if you don't stand for nothing, you gonna fall right where you are. So why? So why? Gotta stand for something. I gotta stand for something. I gotta stand for something. Yeah. No one can fall for nothing and no. 'Cause they will do anything to take your energy and everything that makes your heart beat. 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 And everything. So I gotta stand for something. Thank you. So for this next one, we about to bring up the vibes a little bit. You know, that one was like, you know, letting y'all know to watch your energy out there, protect your energy.
Facts.
And this one is basically a celebration of life in the now, despite what's going on around.
You gotta have faith that, you know what I'm saying, you are valuable and that you are magnetic and you can pull and manifest what you want. It just, you gotta be able to keep that cool head.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta give thanks for what you got as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right
Yep.
now,
right
baby.
Now.
Right now.
Right now.
Hey.
Yeah. Who we be? It's Honey Gold Jasmine.
Hey. Honey Gold Jasmine.
Ladies first. AJGod on the beat.
Hey.
Don't really have much right now, just a little bit of trust right now.
What?
Don't really have much right now, just me and you, us right now.
Right now, right now.
Don't really have much right now.
Right now. Right now.
We gon' get it poppin' till the sun go down. Down. No more of that, stuck in the past. I'm in the dance, baby. Ain't got no cash, still looking snatched. flashed, I'm on a dash, I'm blazing, still going out. Yeah, I got doubts that I just might not make it, but I'm still alive for something. And that's all mamas can't even lie, say I don't be stressing. I might have problems right now, I ain't got nothing to lose, so I'll give it my all. If I happen to fall, I'll pick myself back up and try again. Don't really have much right now, just me and you, us right now. Don't really have much right now, just me and you, us right now. Don't really have much right now, but we gon' get it poppin' till the sun goes down, down.
Every season I be King Griffith, filtered out like 4 kidneys. Hospitable to success and live with me, so I get evicted and I'm still lit. I boss up Bruce Banner, kick shit off Bruce Lee. New vision imprinted, more passion. Ooh-wee. All in it, authentic, hop in, carbon in your time ain't free. Off the porch, yeah, my true north be the sky, baby. Endorse me, making hella noise like a new baby. Hey, what you mean, like really though, I really go. Heavy drive, 10 muscle cars. Hey, way past Murphy's Law. I tend to manifest gold out of this job.
Don't really have much right now, just me and you, us right now.
Right now.
Don't really have much right now, just me and you, us right now.
Right now.
Don't really have much right now.
Twin flame shit. What?
So we gon' get it poppin' till the sun goes down.
Down.
You got every right to throw down. Right now. You got every right to throw down. Right now.
Okay.
You got every right to throw down.
Ooh.
Right now.
Right now.
You got every right to throw down. Every right to throw down. Every right to get loud, considering all of the shit that go down. All of the shit that go down. Every right to throw down. Every right to get loud, considering all of the shit that go down. All of the shit that go down. Don't really have much right now, just a little bit of trust right now.
In the universe.
Don't really have much right now, just me and you, us right now.
Twin flame shit, baby.
Don't really have much right now.
But we gon' get it poppin' till the sun goes down.
Right now.
Hey. Thanks for having us, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey.
Video coming out June 12th. Yep.
Be on the lookout for that right now. You know what I'm saying? Twin Flames dropping June 19th. Juneteenth, baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
Juneteenth.
For the ancestors, though.
Yeah.
Straight up. Yeah. You can cut that one, baby.
Okay. Right now, remix. You know what? That would be fire. Like a community remix song be like 20 minutes and shit. Yeah. I'm here for it. Yeah. All right. You're like, give me my bars. Hold on. I love it. Thanks y'all for the love. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, so this last joint is literally for your joints. So if you got some, light it up. Even if you don't smoke, I just hope that the vibes get you high and get you in like a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? This is Smoke Buddy. Yeah.
Smoke Buddy. Sunshine. Blaze by. Talking about everything to move right. Ain't coming down till I big fly. Oh, we the vibe is so high. Let's take this weed and set it on fire. Talking about everything to move right. Ain't coming down until I big fly. Moonlight, you're mine, baby. Let's get deep. What you reflecting on lately? Roll another day, another discover all of the ways we relate to each other. Hey, got me open. Tell me what you wanna know. Hey, got you open, steady, going with the flow. You just flow. You my SMOKING buddy. They be pressed, we blessed, we stay lucky. No Xanax, no pills, and no bubbly. Just some Mary J. Blige and good company. We might just laugh so hard we fall over. We might try to find four-leaf clovers. Deep in the fields of your mind, you stay open. And you came through with the loud and it's potent. I'm floating in a Fibonacci motion. Every moment sacred, body's a temple, you know it, we chosen. Might just switch up how we rollin'. Have you ever smoked some cookies wrapped in yellow roses? Do you think that aliens exist and why they hiding? I'ma pass the joint because it went out while I was freestyling. Shit, combos be wildin', but at the end of the night I be smiling, high vibing. You just flow, you just flow. Oh, you just flow. We the vibe is so high. Let's take this weed and set it on fire. Talking about everything that moves. Ain't coming down till I big fly. Ooh, we the vibe is so high. Let's take this weed and set it on fire. Talking about everything that moves. Ain't coming down till I big fly. Smoke buddy. Thank you, Holographic Children, for having me and AJGod. You already know what it is. Twin Flames dropping Juneteenth, June 19th. Right now, video dropping June 12th. You know, we got some things in the work for y'all. So follow us. It's up on the screen. Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, for real, thank you so much for being on. Y'all make sure to go, again, everything is on the screen. Everything is out, all platforms.
Yep.
Juneteenth, we got videos, everything. Make sure you find your YouTube channel. There's podcasts, everything y'all want. Make sure you pull that. And I think that's it. Anything else you want to say?
Nah, thank you so much for having us.
Please come back, too. We'd love to have y'all again.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Amazing.
Of course.
Smoke Buddy,
Goodbye.
yo, no. I'm about to listen to Smoke Buddy the rest of the night, too.
Yeah.
My God. Well, thank you guys for showing up. Thanks to everybody that was behind the scenes. Holographic Children
Yes,
to go.
thank you.
Zanny, Hype Man Wolfie, Cousin Jay for connecting everybody, man. Jay is the reason why we all know each other. So
Yeah.
thank you, Jay. And yeah, man, thank you again for joining.